Guys, what's up? How's it going? It's John, and thank you so much for tuning in. While I was recovering from surgery, my older brother gave me this thing. This is a really cool collector's Legos set. This is an NES, a Nintendo Entertainment System box set of Lego. This is a really cool set, probably one of the most unique Lego sets I've seen. It has 2,646 pieces, includes kind of a model of the console. It comes with like a TV station or TV set with a scrollable Mario. I'll show you how that works in a second. I put this together. It probably took me, I'd say total maybe 6 to 7 hours putting this thing together. I did it piece by piece, or they come with different bags. So worked on a couple bags here and then a couple bags there. So it wasn't like all together, but I think overall it probably took me 6 to 7 hours to put this together. So without any further ado, let's take a closer look. I hope they do more of these, and I know many of you guys are probably wondering, does it function? Can you play games on this? And the answer is no, unfortunately you can't, although I've heard of people doing mods where they actually get it to work with an actual NES, and that'd be super cool, but this is more just for aesthetics, for looks only. But without any further ado, let's take a closer look at the set. Let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching. Okay, so here's a closer look at the set itself. As I mentioned earlier, over 2,600 pieces. A really fun Lego set to put together, and the quality is amazing. I'll show you why in a second. And it's probably one of the most unique Lego sets I've ever done, and mainly to do with this TV set here. The one thing I do not like about it, first and foremost, is this stand. Extremely flimsy. It doesn't attach to the bottom of this, unfortunately. There's two female ends, right? So it doesn't attach. And this thing has probably fallen apart on me maybe a dozen or more times. Extremely flimsy. It's almost not worth having a stand. So that's the biggest disappointment about this set, is the stand itself. But however, having said that, it does stand on here. As long as you're not really messing around with it too much, it does support it. You have this knob here. This does turn. You can hear it. These flip off really easy, these buttons here, so you gotta be careful about that. I had one just fall off in a second. Let me fix that. So yeah, these knobs do come off. They turn, but they come off very easily. You get the sticker here, which is cool. It came included on this particular Lego piece. And here is the back. It came with a sticker here. You do have an antenna that does go up like so. You have an AV out, which is awesome. Even an RF coaxial cable thing there, which is cool. So very, very detailed. And I'll open this up in a second. I'll show you the inside. But one of the coolest features about this TV set is there's this bar here that you turn, and let's see if I can do this right. Watch Mario, watch what happens. Now it only turns one way. You can't turn it the other way. That's intentional. But he runs the course. How cool is that? I think that's super awesome. It's pretty long, as you can see. So that's really cool. And one piece that did not come with this is this Mario guy here, which turns on. This is a separate Nintendo piece from a set. And that's pretty awesome. Now what you can do, let me show you. Let me take off the stand and show you what happens. Now you can take this top piece off here. And if you put him here, he interacts with it, and as you can see, watch. So when I stand on the turtle, for example, it's like there's fire. When I hit the, see that? Now it's supposed to make, one thing I'm really confused about, it's supposed to make music, and the music's not coming from this guy. My understanding is that it's supposed to do that, and I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong there. But let me show you the top part. Let me open this up and show you the top part. So when you take the panels off the top, this is what it looked like, and these colors match to the Mario that's standing there. So that's when he knows when to do the fire sounding, etc. Right? So when you turn this, it's a really sophisticated Lego piece, and it took me a while to put together. It wasn't overly complicated. I'm no Lego expert by any stretch of the imagination, but a really fun set to put together. So that is the TV. Now let me show you the console itself. Now here's a closer look at the Nintendo console Lego itself. It's got a full-size controller and it looks legit. The red buttons might be slightly bigger than the actual Nintendo buttons are. This doesn't move. The D-pad doesn't move, unfortunately. It's non-functional. But very, very cool piece. The cord, super short, and this is what the adapter looks like. This cord is shorter than the Nintendo Mini controller, believe it or not, so that's a super short cord for sure. Now, the console itself is about 2/3 the size of an original Nintendo. Let me show you. This is what an original Nintendo looks like, but still much bigger than the Nintendo Mini. So it's not to scale, unfortunately, but you can kind of see the comparison. The front anyway, you have the buttons, these don't push, and you know, you have a 1 and 2 player, which is cool. Even the tops look the same. You've got the grid there, and here's what the original one looks like. So they did a really good job, even going from the side here. I mean, look how accurate that looks. Really detailed, the bottom one being the Lego one, of course. So even they got that right. Here's the back. They got the back right, which is cool. The RF button, or RF switch rather. Even this, the on-off button there. There's no switch, and the power adapter there. So the people who designed this set really did a good job focusing on just the small attention to detail, which is awesome. And even the side here. Now the bottom, this is what the bottom looks like of the Mini, or the Lego set. Here's what the actual bottom of Nintendo looks like. So the bottom is quite a bit different, but again, how often are you seeing the bottom of a Lego set? Not a big deal. One really cool thing too is this does open up, and there is a game in there you can actually pull out. And again, it's to scale to this size, but it's obviously smaller than your typical NES cartridge. That's really cool. So that's the back of it. And you had stickers, you can put the decals on there, and then you just put it in here like an NES. Let me blow on it first. Okay, we're good to go. And put in there, and it goes down. It doesn't really stay down very well, unfortunately, at least in this case. But the flap, very cool. And then on the side here, let me show you, let me take this as one large panel. You can kind of see this other inside attention to detail here. And let me, yeah, so you can kind of see you don't really notice these things, but there's quite a bit of attention to detail they put in the inside as well. So that this panel comes off as well. Overall, very impressed with the set. This one doesn't come off in full like that one does. But these are just panels. I have no fingernails, so, but you can kind of see that when these panels do come off, you can kind of see what it looks like inside. So there's some color Legos added to it from the inside of it, anyway, perspective. Let me show you just a quick look at the instruction manual, because there comes with 2 really large instruction manuals, and go from there. Thanks. So here are the 2 instruction manuals, full color. I'm really glad they include these, because the other Nintendo sets I was mentioning before, it's an app that you have to download to get the instructions, which is really lame. That's not the case here. These do come with high detailed manuals. So this one is particular for the console set. This is what I put together first. And it talks a little bit about the history of the Nintendo. It has kind of old school style photos, older kid, all guys playing obviously. Talk about, you know, them putting it together and the designers. And the rest of it is just, you know, instructions on really how to build it. You know, looking at you know, 3D images of how to build it. So a ton of pages. Let me see how many pages. 210 pages. And it does come with this yellow piece to get Legos pieces off if you need to do that. The second part is the TV set. I'd say the TV set was a little bit more complicated to put together than the console itself. First couple pages show you kind of the history of games. It talks about Donkey Kong and Excite Bike and Metroid and Legend of Zelda, all that good stuff. And it talks about, you know, here's Mario's scrolling screen, putting that together. It does talk about this Mario I showed you earlier, and it does say here, it's in different languages. So first part's English, second one looks like it's French, and then you have the Spanish as well. It says, add another dimension to experience. Removing the center panel top reveals a unique tag. Scan it with the Lego Mario, then place him on the slot. You'll then start to react to the on-screen obstacles, power-ups, and enemies, all on the theme music of the original Super Mario Brothers game. Again, I can't get the theme music to work on mine. I don't know if it's just a faulty Mario or what. So if you have this piece, let me know if I'm doing something wrong. This particular manual is 247 pages. So really glad I got the set. It was really a lot of fun to put together. Let me know, guys, if you have the set or not. What are some of your favorite Lego sets? Another one I saw was Ghostbusters. I mean, there's so many cool sets, whether Star Wars or Harry Potter. Lego has some really cool licenses. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. And of course, game on.